Welcome back to Critical Pursuit, the most dangerous game show. Before we begin, I just want to take a moment and talk a little bit about community and why it's important to me and why it should be important to you. I want to talk about the fact that no community is ever going to have no conflict or no drama. But that doesn't mean we can't stop it when we see it. The answer to bad speech is never to censor, to scream, or to yell, "Shut up." The answer is always to point out that someone is behaving badly and give them the opportunity to make amends, to say they're sorry, and to come back into the fold. That's not always possible, and I'm not a daydreamer, I'm no hippie. But at the end of the day, we should all have the big enough hearts to try and let anyone back in the fold if they choose to do the right thing. That said, no one should be forced to endure taunts or humiliation, name calling, or any of that other behavior that just distracts from what we're here to do, which is talk about movies and books and comics and all those things that we love in life. So as a plea to all of you over what's been going on in the community over the last couple months or weeks or whatever it is, I don't know, I feel like I'm out of the loop on this. How about we all just either choose to come together, or maybe some of us need to stay apart? But let's get through the drama, let's be adults, and let's move on. So tonight I have 6 contestants, some returning faces, all searching to be the winner of tonight's Critical Pursuit. This is the one game show that seems to be mirrored in a lot of stress about movies that we love. And we realize when put on the spot, it's tougher to know the nuances of every film. So wish them all luck, and definitely root them on in the chat. But by the same rate, I'd like to reiterate, please do not share answers in the chat. These guys love to look at the chat while they play, and we don't want anyone to scavenge an answer from any of the better informed members of our community. First up for today, as a contestant, we have Jess Graham.
Hello, Lauren.
How are you?
Doing all right. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
It is always a pleasure to see your bright and shining face. So on most game shows, there's this moment when the late Alex Trebek or whoever would ask for a little bit of the background of the contestant. So give me a couple sentences, man. What are you all about that people don't know?
Oh, well, I don't know about if people don't know, but I love movies, obviously. I was out in Los Angeles, worked in the film industry for 15 years. Uh, Done a lot of plays in my past. I haven't done any in a while, but I've been doing college theater since I was 10. So, and just the streaming is actually pretty new to me this year. I think your show was one of the first times I went on a live stream.
That's awesome to hear, and that's what it's about. It's about reaching out to people and giving them a voice, which is maybe something to do with my title, the title of my channel.
Nice.
I also today have Jay the Stingray.
Hello. Thanks for having me back on.
Jay, you are the voice of reason with a brand new mic. What is your expectations for tonight? And tell us something about yourself that perhaps the audience doesn't know.
I hope I don't humiliate myself like I have in the past on this show. That's really what I'm going for. But I don't know. I feel like I'm in class right now. I don't know. What did I do over my summer vacation? I don't know.
Is there assigned seating, or did you like scuffle towards the back of the classroom? Are you the guy leaning back, going to hit his head on the radiator when you fall? Is that you?
That's me.
Cool. And something that they might not know about you that you don't mind sharing, of course.
I don't know, man. I can't think of anything offhand. Like I've pretty much shared enough of myself with the world.
Awesome. Also returning to Visit by Voices Live, we have Dan from Flesh Wound Radio. How are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. Happy to be with you again today.
So what's something about you that the audience may not know?
Well, I'm a fellow podcaster. Flesh Wound features here on YouTube. I'm a former actor, writer, done a little bit of everything in the horror genre. So hopefully you know me from somewhere. If not, you do now. So there you go.
This is, it might be late in the game for a handshake, but it's the right time. We also joined by Jamie.
Hey.
So Jamie, you have to have some detail about yourself that people are not fully aware of.
I'm a coin nerd. I collect coins.
Is there a favorite coin?
Yes. I'd have to, that's a tough one. It's a toss up between the 2 Indian pennies that I just randomly found one day.
I don't know if that's politically correct. Do you want to rephrase that?
American Indian head pennies. I don't know. That's what they call them. That's what they're listed as in the book. So, either that or my American Eagle silver dollar. I can't pick between the two because I love them both. So, I don't know.
Well, that's very cool. Also, today we have Corey. How are you, sir?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
Okay.
There we are.
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Is there something that the audience doesn't know about you that you would love to share?
Maybe. So when I was 9 years old, I got hit by a car. And so all my front teeth here are a permanent bridge. And with recent developments in brain research, I'm hoping I can get past any possible CTE I may have and do well tonight. So
did you keep the original teeth? That's what I want to know.
No, they were long gone and broken, and it was a whole traumatic experience. So
because you could make dice out of those, I'm sure.
I wish I had kept them. Yeah.
Well, if you lose any more, you know what to do.
Yes. Be creating my own Yahtzee set. So.
Oh, I just rolled a molar. Our final contestant is Jonathan.
So I spent all my time setting up that little turnaround, and I didn't think of anything that I don't know about myself. People don't know about me. So I'm currently learning English as a first language. You may not know that.
Well, in your state, that's hardly a requirement.
That's true. It's mostly just grunts. Points.
All right, so with all of the contestants in place, I'll refresh you on the rules. There are 3 main rounds of the game. Each one corresponds to a specific film. There are 8 questions for each film. These are not multiple choice, so you need to come up with the correct answer. In some cases, there are additional rules for the question, and I'll explain those for those pieces. You start the game at $2,000. The minimum bid on any round is $100, and we're going to assume that is your bid unless you speak up to say you want to bid more. At the end of each round, you will have the opportunity to make any kind of a deal you'd like with any of the other contestants. If you're behind and someone's ahead or whatever, you can also do it at any point in the round by asking to. If you run out of money, you can, of course, try to make a loan from another contestant. They get to set the terms for that loan. I have nothing to do with it, however. It could keep you in the game if you think you still have a chance, or you can, of course, bounce out of the show at any point when you are bankrupt. If you do decide to leave the show with money still on the plate, you can gift that money to another contestant as well, which has not happened at this point, but could. After the 3 rounds, the 4th round is a multi-answer question in which you have the possibility of multiple winnings that could put anyone back in the driver's seat, as long as you haven't fallen too far behind. So with that in play, our first subject for round 1 is Phantasm.
Boy.
I will say that all the questions pertaining to Phantasm only refer to the original film. There is nothing from the franchise. There's nothing about the making of the film. There's no behind the scenes or credit questions. Everything you need for an answer is in the film itself. So, $2,000 on the board for all of you. Who wants to bid more than 100?
Put that away.
Wait, Jonathan, do you have someone helping you? Do you have someone like kneeling on the floor with an iPad?
It's my kid. She's holding an iPad and it's playing Phantasm right now. This will go on the full runtime, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. All right, so if we're all just going for the 100, the question is, what are the names of the brothers at the center of the film? Ten seconds. Pens down. Starting with Jess. Jody and Mike is correct. Jay? Excellent. Corey? Excellent. Jamie? Dan? Jonathan? Awesome. Everyone got that. That brings everyone to 2,100.
My floor is going to be so covered with this crap at the end of the night.
Urine?
It's a long show,
the
Jay.
nicest thing it could be, I guess.
It's a big gulp, man.
Oh, not a small gulp. All right. So, question number 2. Who wants to bid more than 100?
I will.
You're not getting me. Not this
I'll go
time.
2.
Jamie's going 2. Anyone else?
I'll go 2.
Dan going 2.
Big spenders.
All right.
That's brave.
Second question is, who does the lady in lavender kill?
I meant to say 300 actually earlier. I don't know if you heard me. I kind of stopped and glitched. I didn't see if you got that.
If this was the scanners round, then I would take psychic questions back to me, but it's not.
Spoilers, Lauren. The people don't know that.
It's just going to seem ironic later.
Oh,
And besides, the second film in this series has psychic abilities, so whatever.
that's true.
10 seconds. Pens down. Jay, we start with you.
I said Mike.
You
I don't know if
said
that's right or
Mike. Mike is
No.
not correct, sir.
That's not actually not even what I meant, but
Sorry,
Yeah.
sir.
I don't know.
Corey
Tommy.
is correct. Jamie?
Tommy.
Tommy. Dan? Tommy? And Jonathan.
Would you accept Pinball Wizard?
So that brings.
Hey,
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
Mike.
I had also
just-
Mike. So.
Oh, Josh, you're so honest. I love it.
Yeah, that's
You should have taken the W, homie.
Nah, can't do
I'm
that.
rusty at
Wouldn't be
this.
any
I took a
fun.
month off, and now I don't know what I'm doing.
I almost said Jody as well, so I would have been wrong either way.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Strauss killed Jody. Getting
Yep.
busy on
She
top
does.
of a gravestone.
Hey, we all have our methods, right? Okay, so at this point, we have Jamie and Dan are tied at 2,300. The rest we have Jonathan and Corey at 2,200, and Jay at 2,000. Jay and Jess are both at 2,000. Right? We all agree? Because I'm not going to go through that every time. I just want to make sure people realize I'm trying to do this. I need an official scorekeeper out there, people.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I'm keeping track of my own score. So
Yeah, I'm putting it at the top of mine. Every
I'm
answer.
at 2,300 right now.
Yeah, I'm at 5,200.
That's what I thought. That's not how we play this game.
5,200. Yes.
Is Lance out there somewhere in the chat?
Yeah, Lance is on top of
Lance
it.
is there.
Oh,
Sean is there. too.
I'm dead serious. Either Lance or Sean, someone out there, keep track of these guys, huh? Because you know I'm not going to be able to. All right. Question number 3. How do the? Oh wait, sorry. Anyone bidding more than 100?
I feel like you're softballing, dude.
I'll go 2.
I ain't falling for it.
I'll go 3.
Oh, he's trying to get ahead of me.
How to make a move.
That's how you win the game.
That's right.
But you're slowly seeing who thinks they're firmer on Phantasm. How do the authorities say that Tommy died?
Again, I said 500 is what I meant to say.
Wow, I can't remember this one.
It's true, Jacob.
Ever since I was a young man, I played the silver ball.
It's really amazing because Phantasm was kind of the first postmodern abstractist but commercial horror film. It shouldn't have worked. It should have been one of those curiosities that was forgotten, and yet it's become this classic franchise. Okay, everyone ready? Jess always worries me because he's always still writing. I think it's like he's doing his laundry list for tomorrow as well. So Corey, what do we got?
I'm not sure if I was right.
Suicide is the correct answer.
Oh,
Darn it.
Jamie?
I just wrote stabbing.
Sorry, that's not what we're
Very
looking for.
simple detectives in that.
Dan? Dan is in with the suicide. Jonathan? Jonathan? Jess?
Should have known it, but I couldn't think of it, so I just.
Heart attack.
yeah, he was along the same lines as me. I said stroke.
Well,
Yeah.
in a way.
In a way, it was.
Yeah, kind of.
So that brings Corey up to 2,300. Dan up to look at this. This might be a problem. 2,600, and Jamie actually took a hit there. She would bet too, so she's back down to 2,100. Jonathan, you did.
I'm 2,300. I didn't bet anything else.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay,
I mean,
and then
600 is what I bet.
oh, Jesus, man. Did you guys not listen to my thing about the community at the start? It's not about cheating. Come on.
I didn't listen to it. No.
No, I didn't.
No,
think so.
I didn't.
Clearly, no one did. So,
I did.
all right. So, I'm going to say this, and you can judge whether I'm lying or not. I think you should all be aggressive with this round. This next question: who wants to bid more than 100?
I'll go 300. That way, I'm just back where I started.
I'll go 300 too.
I'll go 300.
I feel like you're baiting me here, though. I feel like
Me too.
I'll go 3 as well.
this is about that testicle comment before the show started. I feel like.
I'll go 4.
4. All right. Jess, you sticking with the 100?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he says.
Actually, I want to do 100. I'll change it. I want to do 100.
Just 100?
Just 100.
Okay.
My confidence is not very high right now.
I have none for myself at the moment.
Name the make and model of the movie's iconic muscle car.
I'm going to be really particular on this, people.
You do not get any additional points for discussing the engine or the year.
Nope, but there's something really, really specific about that car.
Make and model, right? That's all you need.
Make and model is what I'm looking for.
Doesn't
Man,
need to be a
see,
year.
I was thinking you were going to ask that question right there, and
I have a whole prepared speech at some point about this car. Because I think I think the movie actually very cleverly uses enough pop iconic imagery so that when it gets all weird and flaky on you, you're okay because you already like kind of grasped onto something that is iconic before that. It's really clever, and it's the reason why a film like
Evil Dead.
well, no, because Evil Dead is just silly. I mean, it's scary, but the first film was scary in its time, but it's silly. But it's the reason that some films just that are just weird and don't have that iconic sensibility don't ever get the classic status. The car is important. It's actually important.
Very.
All right, pens down. Jamie.
All right. I took a guess because I wasn't sure. I thought it was one of two kinds of cars, but I wrote Dodge Challenger.
It's close.
Which
It's
would
a
be
Charger, isn't it?
which would be true if it was a remake made today, but it's not. So that is unfortunately not true. Dan, what did you have? Plymouth Barracuda.
Nope. No, it's not.
It's not? Oh,
It is not a Barracuda.
However, we're going to accept Barracuda.
Oh, come
as the answer.
on.
Do you know why?
Why? What the difference in a Cuda and a Barracuda is?
The Hemi, but I specifically mentioned that we were not going to talk about.
But
the
it's a
engine.
completely, it's different badged and everything. It is a Cuda
I
because of the engine.
specifically said we weren't going to discuss the engine. You're not paying attention. You're going to get your points.
Erroneous. Take it to the people. No, I really don't care.
The people are going to turn on you on this one.
No.
Okay. Jess.
I don't have it. I put Chevy.
Oh, I don't think Chevy were really capable of making that car.
No.
Not in 71.
Jay? Jay gets his points. And Corey?
I just had a Barracuda. I didn't have the make.
The Plymouth. Sorry, I can't give it to you.
That's all right.
So, Jay will add his 100.
That's the
Jess,
reason I bought my car.
is it?
Yeah.
Dan adds 300 to his total. This is becoming an issue, guys. You don't want to let him walk away with this. Jonathan adds 3 to bring 26. Corey,
22.
well, no, he's back.
Oh, yeah.
He bid 300, so he's back down to straight 2. He's where he started. And Jamie is actually kind of hurting at the moment.
Yep. I'm at 1800.
Yep. So you and Jess are fighting for the bottom here. So
I shouldn't have bet 300 on a car question.
So Dan is in the lead at 2,900. So that's where you guys got to keep in mind. Jonathan, you're at 2,600. You're in second. And then we have 2,000s in place with Jay and Corey. So just keep in mind. I think you should go very safe with the next question. You can decide whether I'm lying or telling you the truth.
I was gonna go 100 anyway. So
Who wants to bid more than 100?
I'll go 2.
Dan's going 2. Anyone else? Wow, you think I'm truthful. Nice to know people think so much of me. What famous Van Gogh painting is featured in the scene where Mike meets with the fortune teller?
I know one Van Gogh painting, I think.
I don't remember seeing a Van Gogh painting.
No, Lance, I'm not putting it on the screen because I find it way too distracting and I become kind of a slave to changing the numbers. I wish that StreamYard had an overlay feature that allowed that, but they don't. And 10 seconds. Pens down. I believe, Dan, you're first up this time.
I might have this backwards. I don't know.
You're lucky that spelling doesn't count because the answer is Starry Night, which has 2 R's.
Okay. I can't believe I spelled it right.
Then,
I
okay,
kinda-
I'll put
I kind of knew it, but
John?
Starry Night that I've now rectified the R situation. Dan, don't feel bad.
Jess?
I got it. I can't believe it. I just
Ah.
guessed.
The only reason I know that that's a thing is that freaking song, Starry Night. It's about
the only painting I know.
Jay?
I suck at spelling, so I'm
Corey?
pleased with myself.
Jamie? Now, who would have thought that not everyone would get the car, but everyone got the painting that they don't even remember being in the scene?
Starry Night.
Only painting I knew. I had no idea of the movie, though.
Damn good song, though.
Thank God for Don McLean.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, everyone gained a little bit there. So the next question is one of those questions that has a special set of rules. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you that this is asking for a very specific set of words that are used in the film, and it's asking for a minimum number of those words. So I'm not asking for the direct quote, but you're going to need to use the same words as are used in the film. So if that informs what you're willing to bid, keep it in mind. Who wants to bid more than 100?
I'll go 2.
No. Wow. All right.
Words are not good. I'm not good with them.
Using at least 4 of the exact film words in the film, what does the movie tell us the word phantasm means?
Oh,
Boy, I hope it's not on the poster.
Jonathan's like looking down going, Ripley, play the trailer. Play the trailer now.
Play it. Is it on the part 2 poster?
It's not. That says the secret of Paraguay Cemetery has remained.
For 10 years, the secret of Paraguay Cemetery has remained a mystery. Now the ultimate evil is about to be revealed.
I'm going to call shenanigans on Jonathan right now.
10 seconds.
Fucking A. Was doing good.
All right. Pens down, Jonathan.
Let's put apparition.
Unfortunately, you're thinking the right way, but unfortunately, not one of the words. Jess?
I put a porthole to another world, but I was thinking more of a spectral now that you just said what you said.
Unfortunately, that's not going to work for us. Jay?
I said, when you die, come to me. I didn't know if it was play off of that.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Corey?
I got nothing.
Nothing. Jamie?
I got nothing.
Dan?
I really don't know, but I wrote that. Ghost or specter?
Well, the word ghost is one of them.
Okay.
So what we're looking for was any of the following words: the delusion of a disordered mind, a phantom, a spirit, a ghost. It's actually the first thing on screen in the film.
I was getting popcorn.
So you had to get 4 of those to get the question right?
Right.
4 of those words. Okay.
Now, if you guys had just used like articles, you would have been fine, because a.
Wow.
I was going to let you cheat on that one if you played it smart. So let's see. Everyone lost what they gained last round, so we're back exactly to where we were before the CUDA question.
No,
The Van Gogh question.
Yeah, Starry Night.
All right. Who wants? It's getting down to crunch time. We're all doing still really well. No one's in any danger here. But of course, everyone's been playing it pretty close to the vest at this point. Everyone's kind of in a pack together. Dan is still out in front at 2,900. Jonathan, you're at 26. We got 2,000s from Jay and Corey. We have 1,800s at Jess and Jamie. Let's get ahead, people. What do you want to bid? Anyone over 100?
I got to survive round 2.
I'll go 2.
2. Corey's looking to make his play.
I'll go 2. Something tells me to do it.
Jamie's doing 2.
It's probably gonna be a mistake, but
You playing it safe, Dan?
I'm playing it safe this time.
All right. In the final sequence, what does Reggie say happened to Jody? Remember, they're sitting in front of the fire.
I can't check that.
That sounded suspiciously like cheating.
Well, I'm not cheating, but I got a text message, and I realized if I picked my phone up, how that was going to look.
You can pick it up after the question.
Okay. Down, and now I'm going to check now.
Okay, so wait a second. So everyone's now trying to figure out what my favorite song is in the chat. And I promise you, people, The Cure is not even on my list of bands I ever listen to.
why? They're great. I love The Cure.
I once dated a girl who only listened to The Cure, so I will
Oh, you
never
told
listen
me
to them
that.
again. It's much like I grew up eating spaghetti many times a week, so I'll never eat spaghetti of my free will in my life.
Ugh.
10 seconds. And we're back up to Jess.
I have no idea, but Jody died in a car accident.
That is the correct answer, sir.
Fuck me.
I went, ah!
Hang on, wait, do I have to put all of that?
Well, no, I mean, it had the spirit of it has to be there.
Okay.
We'll get to you when we get to you, though. Jay,
I said he transcended.
unfortunately, that won't work. Corey,
Died in a car wreck.
that is correct. Jamie,
Car accident.
That's not what happened, though. That's not what happened.
Dan,
Car accident.
And he died.
Did he not?
Well, you're not wrong.
You know we're not accepting that.
Why?
Why? Are you kidding me?
What, did he die?
He
What happened to him, Lauren? You didn't say like in which manner did he
Okay,
die?
I want you to pick between the following three individuals to answer why for you. Joe Bob Tarhill, Lance Lust, or Jacob.
I'll take Jacob.
Jacob, you can explain to Jonathan why he's not going to get
I'm
his points
protesting
on
this. I'm protesting this.
Well, get your sign and get out in front of the Capitol building. I don't really care.
I'm protesting this. It's ridiculous. Stop this. Never mind. I'm not going. Hang on. I forgot how many I had there. Okay.
So Jamie's put herself back at 2,000. Dan has increased again to 3.
It's rigged.
Jonathan is down to 25, and Jay is at 19.
Rigged.
So Jay, my man, you and Jess are fighting it out for the bottom here. Just saying.
I'm honestly surprised I've gotten as many as I have correct. I really am. So
Oh, don't worry. That's what
I'm
the
happy.
scanners round is for.
Lauren, I'm not as familiar with this film as I am the other two, so
Cool.
I'm down, I'm not out.
So
He died
the
though.
very last question of this round. I'm not going to say whether you should vote, bid more or not. I'm going to say if you've seen the film recently, you have a good chance at it. So
I'll
who
go
wants to
2.
bid more than 100?
I'll go 300.
3 to Jamie, 2 to Dan. Anyone else?
I'll go 2.
Corey is starting to get aggressive right as we're leaving the category. Anyone else? Last call for alcohol. All right. What is the final line of dialogue in the film?
Crap.
Jonathan, there's your answer, by the way.
Unnecessarily is correct, sir. You sat there on your iron throne of trivia.
Sir, you've been in this seat. You know the pitfalls.
Yeah, it sucked.
I'm not asking what they used for blood on a Leprechaun sequel, okay? So don't even start.
It was mashed potatoes, and it was on the ice cream man. Okay,
That's I'm asking about the Phantasm ice cream man. Somehow the scales of justice just are not level.
They're right. They're floating in there.
No answers in the chat, people.
Did somebody?
Yeah, no answers.
No,
I'm not
they're
looking at the chat.
They're asking to, and I'm telling them not to. Don't
Oh.
do it.
I don't care if you guys Google the answers, but these guys can. But just don't put the answers in the chat. All right. So pens down. Jay, let's earn some money.
So when you die, you don't go to hell, you come to me.
Is unfortunately incorrect. Corey
I just have boy.
is correct.
Fuck! I thought it was boy. God damn it. I should have gone with
Oh,
the original thing.
Jamie,
I wrote, I'll take care of you.
that is unfortunately not correct. Though a lot of
said
people in the
line
chat
of
like
dialogue.
hearing you say that. Dan?
I was thinking more than one word.
I thought I was wrong. This was
Nope, you are correct.
thought it was
Jonathan?
his speech.
Let's get a hashtag
Yes.
campaign going in the chat for me.
300 points. God.
Goodbye. So, Corey and Dan have added to their scores. Corey is now actually becoming very competitive, sir. At 2,400, Dan has increased his lead to 3,200. Jonathan, you're at 2,400. Jamie, you took a hit there.
I did. I'm at
So-
1,700.
Yeah, you're at 1,700. Jess and Jay are still in lockstep at 1,800. Guys, do any of you feel the need to make any arrangements before the next round?
Like I need to go rewatch Phantasm.
Well, I always
True.
recommend rewatching Phantasm. Is anyone a big fan of the film?
I am.
I,
I
I
like
like it a lot.
I like 2 a lot more.
I like
but
2 and
the
3
first
more.
one.
Yeah.
I do
True.
slightly prefer the second film. But I will say I think the first film is a really important moment. And it hinted about a 1980s horror that never really came. Instead, we kind of got the straight mainline slasher thing in its place, which there's good and bad there. But all right, so with Phantasm out of the way, we move on to the second film and the second category, which is scanners.
I'll go ahead and write my answer down for the first question.
I will note that none of the answers are his head explodes.
Well, I'm out.
All right. So, sorry, I need to transpose those final scores from the rounds. Talk amongst yourself for a second. You think
Actually-
You think he'd notice if I went and took a look at my notes real quick before we start this one?
fucking cheaters, man. Everyone. Okay, so Scanners, the great David Cronenberg classic. First 8 questions. First question: who wants to bid more than 100?
I'll go 3. Oh, sorry.
I'll go 2. That's okay.
I'll go 2 as well.
So Jamie, you're going 2, and
I'm going
Jay-
3.
oh, you're going 3. You're both, and Dan, you're going 2.
2, yes.
I'm going 2.
You're going 2 as well, Jay. Okay. Everyone else good?
Yeah.
What is the name of the film's villain portrayed by Michael Ironside?
Oh shit! I might actually know that. I'll save this one. I think that's how you spell it. Should probably get rid of that
I'm
one.
not.
Those
Can't
both those
think how to
scanner, both those scanner cop films were originally developed as pilots for television shows that never happened,
Yes.
and they look like it. Not that the first 2 sequels are great shakes either, but
I like them all.
I want to. The first film is one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
It's in my top 50, definitely. But
Darren Lynn Bousman almost remade it a while back. Didn't happen.
so yeah, his concept was that the character that we're talking about was basically like an Osama bin Laden character.
Ha!
He was bringing it up.
Yeah.
You know what?
That
Looking
seems
back,
cool.
I don't know it. Whoops.
It's apparently he didn't get the nod from Cronenberg, so he decided not to do it.
Yeah.
Corey, you're going to start off the round. Daryl Revick is correct.
God, I knew that.
Jamie,
I spelled it wrong. I wrote Rubik.
well, spelling doesn't count.
Yeah, I've got my spelling off too.
Dan,
Daryl Revick.
Jonathan,
It's blurry, but it's Revick. I didn't know
I
how
guess
to
it
spell
is.
it. I didn't know how to spell it.
you're in Kentucky, right?
Again, learning English.
Corey, you've done very well. I just want to point that out, like with the education system at play here.
I'm not
Yes.
from Kentucky.
Oh, that's why.
I also spelled it wrong.
And Jay,
Are you going to give me points for this?
I am going to give you points for that.
Awesome.
Okay, so Jay has brought himself back up to 2,000. Corey you just played it straight at 100, but you're at 2,500. Jamie, You add 300, so you're back up to 2,000. Dan added 200, so he's now at 3,400.
Oh, man.
And Jonathan, you have brought yourself up to 2,500. Jess will take the step down to 17. Is that correct, everyone? I think so. Someone out there in the chat will let me know when I'm wrong. Second question: who wants to bid more than 100?
2.
I'll go 2.
2? Did you say Jess 2?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, who said 2?
2.
Oh, Dan. Okay, I was like, that's aggressive. Jamie said 200. Okay,
I'll go 2
anyone
as
else?
well. 2
Okay,
as well.
Jay 200.
I'll go 2 also.
Well, everyone's feeling like there's a lot of scanners love. It seems like people are a little bit more comfortable with scanners. Guess we all watched that at the same sleepover when we were 12.
When I was 12, you were like 30, so you should have been sleeping.
How was
over.
I then? Hello.
Jamie and I are like the same age, so just keep in
Actually,
mind.
I'm older than Lauren by a few months.
Months.
Well, I look bad now, don't I?
No, What is the name of the pharmaceutical company Dr. Ruth founded in 1942?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm glad I saved this one.
I hope I'm getting get this right.
It's like I love Cronenberg like company names because they're all sinister in their banality. My favorite Cronenberg moment is not actually in a film that I hold in that high of regard of his. I like it, I don't love it, which is Dead Ringers. But the moment where the one brother is looking out the window and he goes, "The women, there's something happening to the women," while looking out the window. It's just the most nerve-shatteringly bizarre thing on film ever, I think. It's all in performance and dialogue.
It's one of my favorite films.
Yeah. Do you know he's on the new Star Trek now as an actor? He's a regular.
Huh.
It's weirdest thing.
Well, he does what he wants.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and he loves to work with friends. So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, he had someone behind the scenes that he's worked with on the project. Because I mean, when Jim Isaacs called him, it took like a minute before he said yes to be in Jason X. All right, so we are who are we up to starting the round? I think it's Corey, right?
I think I just went. So.
Oh,
Okay.
I think it's me.
All right, Jamie, what do we got?
I hope this is right. Consec.
That is not correct.
If it's the other one, I'm gonna be mad.
Dan?
I made the same mistake, Concept Corporation. And I know what I did.
Unfortunately, that's not correct. Jonathan?
I know what I did too.
What is Aleppo?
Aleppo is a town on the eastern side of Iraq. Jess?
Can I change my answer?
No.
Okay. I didn't.
And again, we're lucky that spelling doesn't count. Jay?
I got nothing.
Corey? Biocarbon amalgamate is correct.
I got them.
Yeah.
I did
Reversed.
too.
Jamie?
Makes me mad.
Yep. So Corey comes out of that round looking good. So he is at 2,700. Everyone else is going to lose their bid.
I'm at 18.
Me too.
Yep. So right now, Jess, you're at 1,600. Jay and Jamie are at 1,800. And then we get to Jonathan at 2,400, Corey at 2,700, and Dan at 3,200. The next one. How many people want to bid over 100?
Not a chance.
No one's rolling the die.
I'll go 2 again.
Corey,
Go 800. 8.
8.
Oh,
You serious, Jay?
Yeah.
You're going 800.
Damn, Jay.
He's going hard. He's going hard.
You apparently haven't seen my performance on this show before. I do this every time. You apparently haven't seen my performance on this show before. I do this every time.
All right. Well, this could be either an incredibly smart or an incredibly foolish move.
Oh, that's foolish for sure.
Is it? So the question is, who is Dr. Ruth's current employer?
I guess I should have bet the lot, huh?
Ooh, you know what? So my favorite moment, admittedly, is not as sexy as Jacob's favorite Cronenberg moment, which you can't argue with Debbie Harry and cigarettes. You know, Christian Hannah Horror got upset at me because he did a review of Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, and he referred to as the old woman who bakes the kid alive. And I was like, what do you about the old woman? Never speak of Debbie Harry that way. I don't care when she's 70, you don't talk about her that way.
Could have called her Blondie.
God, he
I'd
called
almost
her
be,
old.
Yeah. Those
Christian,
are fighting with you.
what's wrong
Don't
with
mess.
you?
You don't mess with my first wave, new wave, punk rock gals. You just don't do it.
Especially her. She's beautiful.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 10 seconds. All right, Dan, you leading us off?
Yeah, I can.
Consec is correct.
Okay.
Jonathan,
Consec.
good job, sir. Jess,
If I would have been paying attention, I could have stole that answer, but no.
Loveline. Cool. Jay has the correct answer. Corey and Jamie. All right. So, Dan, you should have gotten bold that time because now you have some competition on the rise. So Jay is back in the game, adding $800 to his pool.
Nice.
Wow, Jay, that's cool.
What is he up to now?
He's at 2,600.
Nice.
And Jess, 1,500 is where you're at, man. You're gonna. Right now, I just point out that you have enough questions to barely survive the game and get to the final round.
Hey, I'm sound as a pound with that.
Okay. But at this point, if you want to catch anyone, you would have to get aggressive or they'd have to miss a lot of questions from here on out. So just watch the
What
watch.
happens? Maybe I'll get a wild hair by the final round.
And Jamie, you're starting at 1,900, huh?
Yep.
Yep. So if you want to catch Dan, probably in the next 5 or 6 questions, you're going to have to do something in order to start that ball rolling. So who wants to bid more than 100 on question 4 of Scanners?
I'll bid 3.
Only on 4? Jesus.
I know.
I'll go 3.
3 to Dan. Anyone else?
I'll go 2 again.
Corey going 2. No one else? Okay. What is the name of the character portrayed by Stephen Lack? Stephen Lack is one of the weirdest performers in film history. I can't get a beat whether he's just bad or it's a brilliantly stone-faced performance. I just can't decide. In either way, it doesn't hurt the film, which is interesting in itself.
I'm not sure which one he is, so I'm just taking a guess.
I met him at Schiller, I believe. He's a pretty nice guy.
Okay, Lance, I love you, man, and I won't talk smack about you, but you're goddamn wrong. And I don't even like blondes. Oh, wait,
Hi,
wait, wait,
everybody
wait.
in the
Jonathan,
chat.
would you
I
like
don't
to
have
sing
the
us a
chat pulled
Blondie?
up, by the way.
Not tonight. I got a throat thing.
Well, by the end, I'm sure Corey will sing it for us. All right. Jonathan, I think it's your turn to lead off?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Well, nothing can't be an answer. Jess?
Oh, I can
I
leave
just
this.
put Michael.
Michael is the answer to some questions, but not this one.
Yeah.
Jay? Vale is the last name of the character, so that does count by Jeopardy rules. Corey? Cameron Vale is the full name of the character, so obviously that counts. Jamie?
Cameron.
We're going to go with that.
Oh, but he's dead. Doesn't get a pass.
He's dead does not get a pass. Dan?
Cameron Vale.
Cameron Vale. Okay, so 27. Corey. There we are.
What did I bet on that?
3.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, you're at 2100. You're bringing yourself back from the dead there.
Thank goodness.
And all right. The next question is one of those questions that has multiple answers. You must get 3 of the 4 multiple answers in order to get the points. If that determines how much you should bid, let that be conscious be your guide. Who wants to bid more than 100?
I'll go 2.
I'll go 2 also.
Anyone else? The gavel just clapped. Name at least 3 of the 4 side effects of being scanned that are specifically mentioned in the film. And I think if Jonathan's still in, he has to sing Ex Offender. That's the song I want him to sing. Because we want to go early, back when they still had Edge. And Christian is calling my memory into question, which is entirely possibly true. But he just didn't know who she was, so it's almost the same thing. You're young, Christian. You're young. And you're a music guy. That's weird too, right? All right. Pens down. I think we're back up at Jess, are we not?
I don't know, but I'll go.
Cool.
I have seizures, rapid heart rate, and splitting headaches.
Unfortunately, none of them are specifically mentioned in the film.
Oh, shit.
Jay.
Said headache, nausea, nosebleed.
Nosebleed and nausea are both mentioned by name. Headache is not. I know that's shocking, but it's not. Corey.
I had the exact same thing as Jay.
And you have, unfortunately, the exact same result as Jay. Jamie.
I had headache, nosebleeds, and rapid heartbeat.
Unfortunately, that's not going to work. Dan?
Nosebleed, earaches, cramps, and nausea.
So the exact 4 are nosebleeds, earaches, stomach cramps, and nausea. So Dan did get 3 exact, and the 4th one would have gotten in anyway. Jonathan.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
So Dan gets the points. Which 38. Yeah, 3,800.
Hopefully Dan has never seen Trick or Treat.
Something tells me
I
that
think
the
every-
giant Sam behind his right shoulder
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
suggests
Yeah.
that he might be
It's
a bit
ironic.
Schaefer.
He found it and thought it was nifty.
See,
When
not
are we
only do we have
getting
to go
that?
big, but he has to miss stuff. So that ain't gonna happen.
Well, no, if you bid big enough.
What's everybody at?
I'm
Okay.
at 1900.
19.
Yep. Corey's at 3,000 straight. Jonathan's at 2,300. Dan is at 3,800. Jess is at 1,300. And Jay is at 2,600.
Dan's is playing his own game right now. Like, he's in a completely different time zone.
Well, this has happened on the show before.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question refers to a very specific line of dialogue in the film, but it does establish something. It's very specific. If I was you guys, I'd probably go pretty conservative on it. I could be lying.
I'll go 2.
Anyone else? All right. How old is Cameron Vale?
I don't remember, so I'm just going to take a guess.
Jonathan's like, well, I look exactly. And pens down. Jay? 32 is really close but incorrect. Corey?
I had no clue. I put 28.
Is less correct than Jay was. Jamie?
I also put 32.
32 is popular, but unfortunately not correct. Dan?
Wow. I had 32 also.
32. I mean, I do rock stars die at 32? Is that what's going on here?
Maybe that's-
Mr. Bombastic, 37, which puts him closest, but he's gone over.
Damn it.
Yes.
Yes, but
56.
56.
Looks good for 56.
Yeah.
I should
Jeez.
say 36 is what I should say, but
Which would have put you closest yet. 35 is the answer. Dr.
Uh-huh.
Ruth refers to him as, well, what have you accomplished in your 35 years?
That's right.
So unfortunately, no one will gain anything there. But everyone will lose a little bit. And all right. Who wants to bid more than 100 on question number 7 of Scanners?
7. Jesus Christ, we got more.
There's 2 more in this round.
I'll go 2.
Corey's going to. Anyone else? Okay. What is the name of the drug that suppresses scanner activity?
Dumbass. Can't
Because
spell
you know, Steak, that popularity has always been your strong suit, right? it. 10 seconds. Corey, hit us with the answer. Ephemeral is correct, and he spelled it correct.
Yes.
Jamie.
I have ephemeral, but I spelled it wrong.
Jamie. Dan.
Ephemeral.
Jonathan.
Xanax.
Thalidomide I would have probably accepted, but not Xanax. Yes?
you know it's spelled wrong, but I got it.
Yeah, you got it earlier, so.
Yeah, I know.
And Jay.
I think I spelled it worse than anyone.
Wow, but that looks like how they would spell it if they marketed it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that good?
It is good.
enough? Okay.
It is good.
Sorry. Crap.
Your alarm is going off there, ma'am.
I know. It's telling me, take your medicine. Take your medicine. Sick of it. Sorry. I meant to do that before the show even started, and I forgot.
Jess, you're back up to 1,300, man. Congratulations
Sweet.
on that. Congrats.
Thanks, sir. I was getting scared there in the scanners category.
It seems like it's been a while since you've gotten one right, John, but you're still like doing decent, which is kind of scary. Like you got an early lead that you're managing to whittle down now.
I told you I didn't expect to get any of these correct, so I've gotten 2 so far.
I'll tell you,
This
that's
is all
pretty
this
good.
gravy.
All right. For the last question of the round, the eagerly awaited question 8. Who wants to bid more than 100?
I'll try 3.
Corey goes 3. Anyone else? All right. Final question of the round. What weapons do Revix assassins use to kill Benjamin Pierce?
Specific, right?
Just the type of weapon will work.
Okay, that's come on.
Well,
How do you spell shuriken?
Just put throwing star.
There you go.
throwing star. Shillelagh. Do you think they destroyed that entire set, or do you think it's still sitting somewhere with the giant head art piece and all that?
It's a big eBay purchase.
Oh my god, I would have to try and figure it out. I was absolutely obsessed with Scanners as a kid. Like it was my favorite film for quite a while as a kid. I just love the fact that film hits the ground running, never lets up. I love the fact that it's so thoughty, but yet smart, and it's smart action.
Was it your first Cronenberg?
It was my first Cronenberg,
Okay.
and it was also the first time I'd seen a film where, spoilers, although the good guys win, it comes at such a heavy cost that it felt real.
Yeah.
Even though it was so much fantasy, it felt conflicted by the ending, and that really blew me away.
Do you guys think Cronenberg's career would have taken off if it wasn't for this film?
No,
No.
zero chance.
He needed that commercial
Mm-hmm.
thing to segue into the fly.
The international success.
Yeah.
All right. So whose turn is it to speak first here?
Fine.
All right, Jamie, what do we got?
Guns.
Guns.
Don't accept it, Lauren.
I don't know anything about guns.
So is everyone on the panel, if I ask her to be a little more specific, is everyone okay with what her answer is as the answer or no?
Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm fine with
No.
her answer.
What?
I think her answer is
As
fine.
is.
What do I have to say?
As is.
AR-15 or
No. And it's
I
not
think
an
her
AR-15.
answer is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I have the same answer, but I suppose I could try and be more because it applies to me too.
Guns!
Okay, so everyone
Everyone has this is bullshit. Lauren.
wait, everyone turn your sheets over. Just
It's
everyone
fucking
turn your
bullshit.
sheets over all at once.
Gun.
Oh, Corey's wrong.
Corey is wrong.
Shotguns, motherfucker. That's the right
Okay,
answer.
so here's what I'm going to do here.
You're right.
Jay is definitely the most right of the ones. So Jay is actually going to get. I'm good. Everyone but Corey I can accept, but Jay, you're going to get twice the bid. No,
No, you don't have to do that, man. That's
No.
fine.
well, it's either you only get it or you. And I say no to everyone because it's not really fair for. That's what I'm going to do. My rules, my game show.
So am I at 28 now?
You are at 28.
Okay.
So, Corey, you lost the 3, man. I'm sorry, but machine gun is unfortunately incorrect.
That's all right.
So you're at 29. Jamie goes up to 2,000. Jonathan, you are at 2,200. And you're a gun guy, man. You could have gotten more specific. What the hell?
Hey, you said the type of weapon that would fall under the gun category.
He died, right? That's what we're talking about still.
Did the son of a bitch die or did he not? If you want me to describe what happened to him, he did.
I'm gonna
He
check the
dead.
chat. I'm gonna see if the chat's on my side.
Damn right I'm playing it safe, Sean. I had to get to this roundup.
All right,
Hopefully
let's
do
see. Jay is at 2,800. Jess, you are at 1,400. Staying alive, man, just like the Bee Gees. Dan, 3,800. Jonathan at 2,200. Corey, 2,900. And Jamie, a straight 2,000.
I'm gonna see you get on here borderline 11. See how good you do.
I keep expecting Jay to say no when I ask him if he wants to be on. But he's too good of a sport. Too good of
I'm
a guy.
800 in the green right now, buddy. So
I'll tell you what, I think everyone's doing better this game than I've ever had before.
I think I
You
was
guys
out
forget.
at this point last time.
Yeah, well, you guys forget, and Orc, when he was on, did really like kind of crazy bad. And I mean, it's not an indication of how big of a fan you are, whether you can answer 8-10 questions I come up with. Come on. That's ridiculous.
it's things I don't normally pay attention to. Like you talking about lines of dialogue and stuff. I don't really commit that to memory as much as I should. That's me.
Well, no, I mean, however you enjoy movies is how you enjoy movies. The game show's for fun. That's it. You know? All right, Trick or Treat, by far the most recent film of the night. 8 questions dealing with Trick or Treat. All the answers are in the movie. Of course, with a movie like this, there's so much detail because it's such a celebration of the genre that there's a lot in the movie. But again, absolutely everything in the film is in the film. This is nothing about the making of the film, anything like that.
How many questions this round?
8 questions.
8 questions, right?
Anyone? So how do people feel before we start the round? This is a really well-respected film in the genre. Does anyone have strong feelings on it?
I
It's
love
a-
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Every year it's a watch. I mean,
Yep.
it includes Halloween. You got to watch Trick or Treat.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, Hellfest and Trick or Treat are like, that's Halloween.
Hmm.
More so than films called Halloween, by the way,
No.
for myself. In fact, if you're talking about that series, I think Halloween 3 feels more like Halloween than the anything in the series that involves a guy in a mask.
I agree.
Amen.
Well,
If they'd have
All
just
right.
called it Season of the Witch, Lauren.
There's countries where it was not titled Halloween 3, and it didn't help it there either. So I think it was too out there for the time period. Like slashers in general were what was popular. All right. So who wants to bid more than $100 on question number 1 of Trick or Treat? Jonathan's going 5.
I'll go 4.
4 to Jamie.
I'll go 3.
Corey's going 3.
No, that was Dan.
That's me. 3.
Oh.
Sorry.
So I wasn't looking at the screen.
I will go 2 though.
2 to Corey. Jess or Jay?
I'll go
Okay.
200. Why not?
Yeah, you have 14. You have plenty to play with.
I can still get through it.
There's only 8 questions. At this point, you should bid more. Really. So, all right. What is the name of the character played by Anna Paquin?
Son of a bitch.
I knew this was going to come and it slipped my mind.
Should have been more.
You just have an Anna Paquin thing. Although she looked better. She looked better in The Darkness than she did in this movie. By the way,
I think it's
think what you want about The Darkness, which I like that movie.
I like
I
that movie.
love darkness.
But she unbelievable.
Wasn't that cut pretty bad, if I remember right?
The ending was butchered.
Yeah. It's been a
But
while.
for my money, like from the point where the power goes out in the house onward, that movie is scary.
It's kind of interesting to hear that you guys like it because I thought it wasn't very well received when it came out.
I have friends over my house several times a year for what I call movie night, which sounds pretty bland, but it wasn't when I used 20 years ago when I started doing it. And I had a copy of that movie before it came out, and I showed that. Everyone loved it that night. So I was shocked when it came out and everyone hated it in the community. I was like, did they watch the same movie? Because to me, I'll say this right out loud, I think it's better than, Sixth Sense or Stir of Echoes, the two films you most comparable. I think it's the best of the three.
It's a lot from that period that people overlook sometimes.
It still needs a really good release, though.
Yeah, Echo Bridge, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I have the original French disc, which came out way early.
Oh, nice.
So I still just watch that. Whatever. All right, pens down. Who am I starting with?
I think it's Dan.
Dan.
Lori?
Lori is correct.
Damn.
We just talked about this film feeling really like Halloween, didn't we, guys? And I just specifically mentioned another series.
Wink, wink.
Jonathan?
Let's put like Alice. I couldn't think.
You were thinking of the wrong series. Jess?
I put Judy, and darn it, I knew it was Lori too. In the back of my mind.
Jess, we're not going to talk about Judy.
No, we don't talk about Judy.
We're not going to talk about Judy at all.
Exactly.
Jay? Lori is correct. Corey? Jamie?
I wrote Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
You're not completely wrong, but you are not getting points.
I couldn't remember her name.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Dan?
He already went.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he started. Yeah.
Did he get it?
Yeah.
Lori.
Yeah.
Did I lose time?
Yeah.
I think you had a psychogenic fugue there.
I think that's very possible. So, wow. All right. Oh, you know what? I know how that happened. Because I was dumb enough to write Lori rather than Dan on my answer key.
That all the time.
So I'm going to refer to you as Lori for the rest of the evening. Don't take offense.
That's cool.
Hi, Jeff.
$4,100 is where you stand, sir, by the way.
Boss.
I believe in a thing called love.
Corey's up to 32. Jonathan, did you really bid 500 on that?
No. It's only 100. No, I bid 500.
Dude, that's going to hurt you bad.
And I bid 4, so I'm down to 16.
Like I have enough to get through the rest of the game. Like I wasn't in this position last time.
That's true. That is true.
That's true.
That cost you 200.
That
So you're down
cost me
to 12.
200 this time.
But you are again fine to play. The second question: who wants to bid more than 100?
Let's go with 3.
3.
I'll go 2.
2 to Jamie.
What was the make and model of the school bus?
I know. That's what I'm.
3 to Lori
Bluebird.
and 3 to Corey. Is that what it is?
I think it was Jonathan had 3.
I
Right?
was 3, yeah.
Okay,
I'll go 2 though.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jess, Jay, anything? Okay.
I'm going 100. Yeah.
All right. What classic William Castle film appears on the television set?
Shit.
Not the porno they're watching in the beginning.
Damn.
If you can name that, you probably have a problem.
Well, just pick a castle movie, right?
Is it Planet of the Gapes?
Number 4.
Search for Uranus.
Can you phone a friend of Hayden?
Yeah. He has it on VHS.
Yeah.
And we'll show it to you on a live stream at 3 a.m. I really wish Hayden could have been here.
Me
He was
too.
supposed to, but he had other commitments.
Yeah, I really wanted to make fun of him for being bad at this. Because now I'm just bad at it. That's no fun.
I wonder if he'd
Nice,
seen
John.
any of these movies.
He watched
No.
Trick or Treat with us, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he watched it with us, so he didn't get to
Yeah.
really watch.
All right. Pens down. Who are we starting off with, Jamie? You're good at keeping track of that.
It's Jonathan's turn.
House on Haunted Hill.
Is the correct answer.
Son of a bitch.
Jess?
Your boy's back.
Wow.
So The Blob isn't actually a William Castle film,
No.
but thank you for playing. Jay? Jay has gotten a correct. Corey?
I had 13 goes.
Unfortunately, that's not going to work. Jamie?
I had Wolfman, so I'm down to 1400, and I have to use the ladies' room.
Okay.
Right back.
Fair enough.
You know, it is
Dan?
the scene we sorry.
House on it.
Damn it, Dan! You got to miss some of these, man.
I wasn't 100. It was that or 13 ghosts for me.
Isn't
too,
the
I
scene that we see like the skeleton coming up from the water?
Yeah.
I think that's what I saw in my head.
Yeah.
And then a quick cut of Price's face, and then it's out.
What
That
is
part
Dan's
is, I love
score
that
right now?
movie.
Excuse me?
What is
I
Dan's
love
score
House
right
on
now?
Haunted Hill.
I still can't hear you. People keep talking over you.
Sorry.
Hit me up again. What is Dan's what?
Score.
Score.
4,400.
Ugh.
But you are up to 3,000, Jay.
I'm gonna make a move at some point, but I can't fill out these questions, man.
I'm back at even, buddy.
Uh,
That's a good night at the casino. Been losing money.
That's the way I gamble, man.
Yeah, as
lose
long as
it
you
and I
break
make it
even.
back, then I
You're
quit.
good.
so I just want to point out that your co-host is exactly $1,000 better off than you are. So I think that speaks who's going to be eating more s'mores indoors. So Jamie had to take her pee break. So does anyone have any amusing stories about Trick or Treat? Did anyone see it in theaters?
It did not get a theatrical release.
It did.
It did not.
Barely.
12
I-
screens are in the entire
Oh,
country
okay.
for
No,
1
yeah.
week.
Yes, and Kentucky was one of those. And of course, I went and saw.
Did you, Lauren?
There was not a screen in Jersey.
It
And
sucks.
that's
so
really
bad.
rare.
I
That's
remember
really rare.
this film like eluded me for like I guess it was 3 years in between the time they started showing the trailer, and then it just fell
Yeah.
off the face of the earth. And then like the 300 DVD had like part of the Sam story on like before it, and then nothing.
So I mean, what I really don't understand is this was right in the middle of like X-Men hysteria, and Bryan Singer was like on the top of the world, which he isn't now, but he was then. You would think they would have placated him, however they had to. Take a small hit on a little horror film that didn't hit. Okay, whatever. We're making like superhero money, but no,
It would have hit though.
they
was
just
the thing.
buried the movie.
It was the subject matter.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a
Kids.
weird film because this is not a question in this. But one of the things that no one notices about the film is he made it intentionally so that it'd be easy to cut for television. There's not a single on-screen death in the movie. The deaths are all just slightly off-screen.
Yeah, but it does imply the death of children. So
It does. It
That's-
does.
Very taboo.
I'm not so sure. I don't know. I don't think it's as crazy because it's such a fun movie. It's not dark about it.
What was it up against Saw or something? One of the Saw films? Is that one of the reasons?
Yeah,
why?
one of the Saw films was coming out, and that's the excuse they used. But
I would have slaughtered it, man.
No
Because
confidence.
we were like Saw 5 or 6 at that point. Like it was falling off anyway.
all right, question number 3: who wants to bid more than 100?
You get $500 right here.
Jonathan's going 5. He's got a little bit of money in the bank now. He wants to spend it.
That's how real life goes too.
I'll go 2.
Case in point.
Jamie's looking to bring herself back. Anyone else?
I'll go 3.
Dan goes 3.
Jay's like, you sure you don't want to do 8?
Well,
Jay needs this W, guys.
I'll go with
All right.
G. Let's do a G.
There we go.
1,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Jess, you toeing the
No.
line? Or you gonna? All right, Corey.
I'm sticking at 1.
Okay. What song plays during the werewolf orgy?
Yo.
Bad do I suck now, borderline 11? Do I suck at fucking trivia now?
We were just talking about this guy the other night.
Ten seconds. Corey is the best poker face, man. Or he's just really bored by the whole evening, which is probably more likely.
Yeah.
All right, pens down. I guess we're starting with Jess.
I got nothing. Literally.
Oh, it's like the best scene in the movie too.
I know.
I know. It's killing me.
Jay has Sweet Dreams, the Marilyn Manson cover of the Eurythmics Sweet Dreams, which is the correct answer. Corey,
I had nothing.
Jamie,
I had Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Jamie, Dan, and Jonathan.
Sweet Dreams, Marilyn Manson.
That's a great cover, by the way.
It is, man.
It is. Now, do you know that was somebody who was just performing live as a cover and always got a reaction, so they recorded it.
Yeah.
The Tainted
I'm
Love
glad
cover
they
is awesome too.
The what one?
I'm not as crazy about
Tainted
that.
Love.
I think that's too easy. Like the Eurythmics track isn't sinister; it's just kinky.
Yeah.
Tainted Love feels sinister to begin with, to me.
Yeah, it's still
All right.
fun though. That was for a different
Jay
movie.
adds $1,000 to his total, bringing him to
Nice.
$4,000.
Nice.
Jamie brings herself back up to 1,600. Dan is now at 4,700, and Jonathan brings himself to 2,500. Corey, you're at 2,900, and Jess, you are at 900.
What number
right-
of question is this?
That was question 3. There are 5 more questions left.
Uh-huh.
There's currently $700 standing between Dan and Jay. Hypothetically, even if Jess were to bid the whole bank, he could every time he could still win this game. So no one is out of it.
Now is that 8 questions including like the last multiple question? Okay. All right, I'm trying to save money here.
Remember, you just have to have money to play the last round because you don't lose any money during the last round, during final chase.
I would like to go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would like to go 2,000 on this next question.
Wow, big spender.
That would leave him with 500 if he does not get it correct. Who else would like to spend more than $100?
I'll do 2.
Jamie, 2.
Trying to slowly work my way back up.
Anyone else?
I'll do
How many
2.
do we have left again?
7 questions. 6 questions. 7
No,
questions.
five questions.
5
Five.
questions.
The last one, yeah.
I'll do 4.
Dan's going 4. Just to make sure I got this right. Corey, you're 2. Jamie, you're 2. Jonathan, you're 2,000. Dan, you're a 400.
I'll do 2.
Yeah, why not? Nothing's redeemable at the end of this.
Just put up 2 fingers. So he's 2. Jay, are you sticking with?
1.
Okay.
2.
All right. What state is Trick or Treat set in?
Well, son of a bitch. Probably shouldn't have bet all that money now.
I know. I hope I'm not wrong.
I know, unless I'm wrong,
I think
and then I'm not.
I
knowing.
think I know.
Sean McManus saying, Jonathan taking a risk.
Repeat the
I like
question.
it. Excuse me? Repeat the question? What state is Trick or Treat set in? Keep in mind, the whole film takes place within 3-block radius. Except for, I guess, some of the flashbacks. Do any of you have a favorite segment from the film?
It's hard to beat Brian Cox.
Yeah.
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 I like Stephen
What?
Wilkins.
I do like the Stephen Wilkins one, the teacher, the principal. But I think my favorite has to be the werewolf scene, because that threw me for a loop. I didn't expect that. I didn't know that was coming, and when it did, I was like, "Holy crap, that's awesome!" So yeah, I think that's my favorite scene.
I think I love the Quarry Kids. I just do.
I
I
like
love everything about it. That feels like Halloween to me, like an urban legend in the community, and it's localized. That's sweet spot. All right, Jay, lead us off.
Indiana.
Who just left?
Jess.
I think he probably just dropped.
Indiana is unfortunately not correct, Jay. Dan?
Ohio, Warren Valley, Ohio specifically.
That is 100% the case. Jonathan? Corey? Jamie?
All these state questions keep me alive.
Ohio.
Damn it! When did they say it in the film?
I just
That's
The very beginning in the TV when they're doing the whole newsreel.
I don't have it.
I swear to
Okay.
God, I didn't look that up.
What
I
is it?
swear to God.
Pennsylvania or Massachusetts, but I have no. I didn't know it was Ohio.
Dan is at 5,100. Jonathan, 4,500.
Goodness.
Corey, you are at 31. And Jamie, you are at 1,800. You're almost back to flat.
Almost.
Almost.
Holy crap.
Get there.
Jess, you are at 700, still staying alive and have enough money to play the rest of the game. And Jay,
Love it.
you are at 3,900. Wow, we've not had a game of Critical Pursuit with this high of scores. We just haven't. Partially it's because people are rolling the die. Partially it's because people are just doing better in general. So a number of you said you liked one of these segments the best. So how much do you want to bet on the next question? Anyone over 100?
Yeah. I want to do
2000.
Wow.
Jay said 2,000.
I think I have to match that then, right?
1,000, you said? Jeez.
They said 2,000 both.
Yeah, I got to match that because if Jay, I can't catch him at that point.
I'll go 1,600.
Yeah, see, that's it, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll never be
kinda
able to catch him.
I'll go 300.
Yeah, I'll go 300 as well.
Jess, you have 700 to play with. What are you doing?
See the Snickers.
And,
The suspense.
What are you betting, Jess? Uh-oh.
Frozen.
Just hold up your fingers.
No, I'm not.
Nope, you're just going one? Okay, cool. What is the name of the character played by Brian Cox?
I swear to God, I looked at this earlier.
Good too.
Jess is still.
I don't know. Well, it's a good rush while I had it. I think everybody.
I'm going to get mad when I hear it because I know it.
For seeing me get to 4,500 on this show. It was a dream. I achieved it.
Can't remember.
So the answer to this is honesty, and if I find out, then they will face wrath.
Unspecified wrath, though.
Dead is dead, man. Because remember, he died.
Miss. That shit still counted. It still counted. Stop the steal. Stop the steal.
Wow.
Had to keep it topical.
10 seconds. Jay, you okay? Do we need to call a paramedic or anything?
Something's gonna pop.
I was
This is not the scanners round, sir. All right. Pens down. Now, see, now the boxes are all rearranged, so I can't even do orders anyway. So, Jamie, lead us off.
I have no guess at all. I couldn't think of it. I couldn't even think of a guess.
Are you alive?
Hey, can I get mine real quick?
Question.
Go for it, Jonathan.
I just said Steven.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
That's not going to work. Jess?
I don't.
Mr. Krieg is correct.
What?
Jay?
I couldn't think of it. I said Jezik.
Jezik.
It was something crazy.
Dan?
I thought I had to have the first name, so
There is no first name to the character.
Oh, there is. Oh, that was what was killing me because I thought like just Mr. Krieg.
Corey?
I was a letter off.
Oh.
That's heartbreaking. Unfortunately, spelling and intent are different things. So.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
So Jess is back up to 800. Dan bid 1,600, guys.
16.
Oh my God, you have the biggest score in like this show's history now.
6,700 is where he stands.
I think you just kicked Christian's butt.
I think it's pretty clear where the showdown has to happen in the future, huh?
Indeed.
So, Jay, you're at 1,900?
Mm-hmm.
I'm back down to 17.
Jonathan's at 2,500 after briefly being at 45. Corey, you are at 29. And Jamie is back at 16 or 15?
17. I was at 2. Or no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I totally did that wrong. I was at 1,800, so now I'm at
15 because you did 3. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, my math was right. You know we're in trouble then.
I thought I had 2,000 for some reason. Never mind.
I get the feeling that Jonathan may be watching Trick or Treat right now.
He might be. Jonathan, where'd you go?
So I take it most of you then saw it on video cassette as your first view.
No.
Or DVD.
DVD.
Yeah.
No, I saw it on HBO, I think.
Yes, Jess. I think that it's interesting that the film has become one of the most iconic horror films commercially.
Sorry.
You walk into a Spirit Halloween,
Yes.
you got your Jasons, you got your Freddys, you have your Michaels, and you have your Sams.
Yeah.
What was the
Universal
answer?
Horror Nights.
What was what?
Mr. Krieg.
What was his first name?
There is
I
no
thought.
first.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't remember it.
The credits read Mr. Krieg.
So we don't know it wasn't Steven, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the other guy.
Oh, what happened? Oh, no.
It was me. I was gone. I'm just saying. You have no proof, sir.
Looks like your connection might not be the best, sir.
Well, that was a fun ride.
All right. So I do think that's interesting, though, that Universal's Halloween attraction. They had a trick or treat exhibit. It's like interesting that the movie was such a colossal failure, but almost a designed failure. That the horror community, really dragged it back into the limelight, and it worked.
Yeah.
I feel like, unfortunately, we talked about Darkness before. Most of the times that doesn't happen. Most of the time, movies just get buried. Not in this case. So. And look, Doherty went on to do some big things.
Well, how many questions we got left here?
3 questions remain.
Okay.
All right. So for question 6, how much, and who wants to do more than one?
I'd like to take 2,000 again, Alex.
I'll go with 1,000.
500.
1,000.
1,000 to Jay.
I'll go 5.
500.
I'll go 3.
3, Jamie.
I lose it. I lose it.
Corey, are we doing anything extravagant?
Give me 3 again.
300. Jess.
200.
200. Which would bring you to 1,000 if you get this right. Put on your thinking caps, friends. How many kids are on the bus when it plunges into the quarry?
Fucking knew you were going to ask that
Christ.
question, dude.
Jesus Christ.
No, he wasn't on it. He
He took the
presumably.
wheel, I think.
Well, no, that was the kid in the front row, if you remember, the one in the skull mask.
Kids,
right.
right?
Only
Shorter
kids.
bus.
Just
Okay,
kids.
The
Just
little
kids.
bus.
Well, you remember that the school bus driver doesn't die at that point in the movie.
But he's on the bus.
Yeah, but he isn't. That's true.
Jesus.
I'm not. I just asked about the children, though, the kids.
I don't know.
I was kind of disappointed that they made 3 of the masks from the movie for the spirit stores, and they didn't make all of them. But they did make the good ones, I will say. I didn't buy any of them though, because I'm cheap as hell.
At Universal in Los Angeles, they had the actual bus. They did such a fantastic job on that attraction. It was amazing.
Let's get this over with. It was so fun being around the top.
10 seconds. And Jonathan, why don't you start us off?
7.
Is unfortunately not the correct answer. Jay? 9 is also unfortunately not the correct answer. Dan?
500.
8 kids.
8 is correct. There's 4 on each side.
I didn't put the second loop on my 8 is what happened.
Jess?
I had 9 first, and then I changed it to 11, so I made it worse.
Oh, he upgraded it. Corey? Whoa, there he is.
Now let me
Jamie.
ask Corey. I'm sorry.
I was gonna put 8, but I changed my mind to 6, so I'm an idiot.
I don't know if you're an idiot because of that. I mean, if you're saying you're an idiot, I'll trust you, but not for this reason.
I don't trust my little psychic instinct that tells me the right answer, and I always go for the second one, and then I'm always pissed when I found out I didn't go with my first instinct. That's what I mean.
So Corey and Dan, did you guys know that, or was it a really good guess?
I anticipated that was going to be asked.
Yeah,
right?
I kind of researched that one.
I made
I
them.
did too, but I was thinking it was 4 on each side and then 1 extra, up front, is what I was.
That's the kid on the right side. The first one where he checks the belt is the one who gets free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have I watched this movie too often? I think that's what I'm thinking. All right. So just to
Well, we
clarify
haven't
where we all
watched it enough.
stand with 2 questions left to go. Dan leads the pack at 7,200. Let's let that sink in for a second.
Corey, go big, man. Go really big.
Corey set in second place at 3,100. Jonathan is somehow holding on at 1,900. No, you're
No,
at
I'm
900.
not.
Where are you at?
I'm at 500.
Oh yeah, I see what I did there.
Yeah.
Jamie is at 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Jay is at 900.
Mm-hmm.
Jess is at 600. And Jonathan is now at the bottom of the pack at 5.
I was at the top of the mountain. And it
No,
looked
you were like the second highest.
I could
peak of
see the
mountain.
top. Okay, Dan told me what it looked like.
He died.
He
Shotgun.
looked back. And he's like,
I
"It's
get
really
it.
sweet. It's really sweet."
I'm gonna t-shirts are gonna be made that said "He died, Mr. Brownmaster."
Corey, can we get that up in the public store? Okay.
Either you guys do it or I'll beat you to it. Rip the Slip shirts available on my T public store. All right. 2 questions left to go with that being where we stand in score. Who wants to start to roll the die?
1,000.
Corey goes to 1,000.
I'll go 500.
Bet the farm, Dan.
I'll go
Be the one
2.
I don't get.
2, Jamie?
Yeah.
Jonathan, are you doing anything with your 5?
No, I'm just
Okay.
here for the rest of the show now.
Jess, 2. And Jay?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm right there with you, Jay. We were there. We were there.
We went for it.
We did. You know what? Shame on all of you.
There's a reason I always come home from Vegas with money and not without.
To be fair, Rock Music Forever 90, you're correct. But I bet most people on this panel, when you get down to it, like it too.
I do too.
Yep. Brats.
And
Not in Pet Cemetery though. Not a fan.
if you're not first, you're last.
Which I am now. So
Is that the Human Centipede rules?
yeah.
Okay.
Is it better
I've never
to be
seen
the
any of
first?
those movies.
Yes,
I've
it's
never
better.
seen either. I won't
Yes,
watch
it would definitely
No,
be
I mean
better.
I'm saying it's better, but like it's still not great, right? Like I mean,
Out of the options, it's the best one.
yeah,
You're not
I
eating
guess.
shit. You're eating food.
That's true. That's true. And
And it's a good movie, Jamie. You should check it out.
People keep telling me that, and I keep going, "What?"
Jamie,
If
I'm
it's
on your
not
side.
anything-
Check out the
by
first
the,
two.
the second one, it really
I
embraces
can't
it.
handle it.
Two is pretty good.
Okay, here we go. What does Rhonda dress up for as on Halloween?
I actually know the answer, but this one seems better. So I'll preface this.
I wish I would have bet a heck of a lot more.
I'm trying to remember who Rhonda is. Oh, okay.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. I have a song for everything tonight. Look at that.
We're gonna get you to do some early Public Enemy before the end of it. Thinking maybe Hazy Shade of a Criminal. I think you could pull it off.
Let me get my clock. Hang on.
Well, it's a Chuck D heavy song. You don't really need the clock.
You gotta have a hype man.
Well, Jess is your hype man.
Jess, get the clock.
All right, pens down. Jamie, take us off.
Which
She is indeed a witch. Jonathan?
A slut, Alex.
that's terrible.
It's not nice at all. Jay gets witch right. Dan?
That's all women's Halloween costumes are.
She's
Slutty
like
witch.
14
Yeah,
and autistic.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that is Rhonda, isn't it? I
yeah.
have missed.
You are bad.
Fuck that up,
You
didn't
are
I?
bad, bad, bad.
Whoops.
Corey,
This is not indicative of the way I feel.
She does stand-up comedy now. If you look her up,
Really?
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 Yes. New
She's
York,
not
I
on
believe.
Twitter.
I know she does stand-up. She's got to be probably under something else. I don't know.
She's a get I want on the channel. I know it sounds ridiculous, but no, I think it's an iconic role.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I hope she's back in a sequel, possibly. I don't know.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay, you bid 900. Am I right?
No, I bet
You
it was 100.
Yeah,
I'm at 1,000 now.
The what was there was the
Right.
okay. Dan, oh my god, 7,700. Jess adds 200 to bring them back to 800, and Corey. Now you bid 1,000, sir.
Yep.
Good job, Corey.
4,100. Jonathan basically decided he doesn't like life, so he's at 400. Final question of the round. Everyone still has cash, so everyone's still playing.
900.
900. Jay is going to put himself with 100 so he can play the final round.
I'll bid 400.
400, Jamie, which would bring her to 1,000 if she does not get it right.
I'll go with 300, sir.
300, which would leave him able to play the final round.
I'll go 5.
Oh, come on. Do it, man.
He does understand I don't pay out after the show, right?
Yeah. Let's
I'll
say
go 3,000.
There you go. That's what I'm
There you
talking
go.
about. S'mores
Big
indoors,
money, Corey.
baby. S'mores indoors.
That would still place you in second place, but it would be a firm second place. Jess,
I'll go 300.
300, which would leave you at 5.
Hey, Jacob, were they eaten or were they torn apart? Because I think they were torn apart.
Could it be a little both?
Could be a little both. They might be very hungry being down there in that water.
True.
So for this next question, I will not take a paraphrase. I will not discount. I will not count spelling. However, it must be the exact words.
Here we go.
So who wants to bid? Oh, you. So we got our bids in. You ready? What line of dialogue does Trick or Treat lift from John Carpenter's The Thing as a tribute?
Cool. Can you repeat that? What
line of dialogue does Trick or Treat lift from John Carpenter's The Thing as a tribute? The same line of dialogue is in both films. And it's not as prominent as you'd think.
I'm just gonna take a wild guess because I cannot think of what it would be. But I'll...
Feeling pretty confident on this one.
You feeling it? Would it be better if you were confident earlier?
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
Before I only had $400, right?
All right. Pens down. Jess, let's start off with you. Appreciated for its conviction, however, not correct. Corey, what do we got?
No clue.
Jamie.
I wrote, "You gotta be fucking kidding." Is that
I
right?
did ask for the exact wording. You have the right phrase, but you didn't. But the exact words are, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
Oh, the me. I debated
Jonathan.
on whether to put it or not.
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Dan?
Believe it or not, you got me. I have nothing. I couldn't
Nothing.
think of it.
Jay?
Nothing.
So Brian
Come
Cox
on,
speaks the
I'm the-
line.
I'm the only one that got the line, and I only missed one word, and I'm not going to get credit for it.
That's how it
Jamie?
goes, yes.
Jamie, you can see how this thing's working now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll back you up on this one.
All
Oh, man, you guys.
right, so I'm down to 1,000.
That is true.
I'm at 100.
So here's where we stand. Leading the pack at 7,200 is Dan. At 1,100, Corey's in second. Jamie's in third at 1,000. Jess is in fourth at 500. And Jay and Jonathan are tied for 100.
That's how we do.
We went big, man. I got no regrets.
All right. So here's how the final chase is going to run. It's a multi-part question. However, you can only answer 6 times. Each question that you get correct will be worth $300. But you can only put 6 down. There's a possibility of 25 correct answers.
Ooh, jeez. Well,
So keep in mind, there's a lot of chances to make money here. It's not an open game because you cannot lose game points. So congratulations, Dan. Dan, you have won the game. But all other positions are actually in play.
I could end the game with 700 big ones.
You could end up with a lot more than that. If you got, what is 6 times 3, Jonathan?
Well, I thought you could only get 6.
Right, but each one of them is worth $300.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm an idiot. I wasn't listening to that part.
Okay.
Kentucky.
So let's get started on the final chase.
All right.
Worldwide, the 25 highest grossing horror films of all time
Oh.
are, just name 6 from the list, anywhere on the list, and you get 300 points apiece. But remember, you can't just write 10 titles. You can only name 6.
Who's typing?
I am.
It's Lauren.
Oh,
Let's just check
I'm
my
being,
email.
I'm being called names in the chat, so I need to, respond.
be nice in the chat.
They're fine. My feelings don't get hurt easy.
Does this include like re-releases?
It will include re-releases as long as the film has not been altered. Which in the horror genre doesn't really, I guess I can't mention titles, but there are a few that it might affect, but again, you have the top 25 to play with.
I am going to spin around.
Keep in mind, this is worldwide. This is not just United States of America. Though I will note that this list is going to change once China starts really producing horror films, because they are really, really putting up numbers now. Right now, America kind of rules the roost, but. And we're yet to have a $1 billion horror property out there, but that could happen someday.
I know at least I got 2 of them.
So we're only allowed to guess 6 movies. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
See, I'm caught up because, we're not factoring in inflation, right?
No, this is just straight numbers.
Yeah.
Because inflation, there's no good ways to come to those numbers anyway. And yeah, that does mean like it's harder for older films to compete with newer films, but
right.
not impossible.
I think I got a few.
This was a really fun game tonight, guys.
Yeah. I always like playing trivia
Nobody
games.
lost. Nobody went bankrupt. Lauren didn't get to use any of his sound effects.
I know, it's really depressing. I didn't have new mean ones today though. I worked more on like the opening.
Look,
All right.
Did you add the spaceship for me? I gotta know.
I did add the spaceship for
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Pens down, people. We're going to go from the top. Jay, what's your list?
The Exorcist, The Sixth Sense.
Wait. Exorcist is 1.
The Sixth Sense.
Is not.
Oh, wow. Saw.
Is not.
Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Is not.
Jaws.
Is.
Silence of the Lambs. That's got to be on there.
It is.
Man,
You got 3.
man.
That
Swing and
adds
miss.
900 to your total, which brings you to 1,900. Jess.
Halloween.
Halloween is number 17 on the
Wow.
list.
You're gonna
Friday
wait.
Friday 13th is not on the global box office.
Well, then Nightmare on Elm Street.
Is not.
Psycho.
Is not.
And Scream.
So again, this is the area where it's about that worldwide box office, and Scream is not. And you have Texas Chainsaw on the bottom, and that is not either. So you got 1, which brings you to 800 at the end of the night. Dan, what's your list look like?
I don't know how clear that is, but cross some stuff out there.
So Halloween 2018. Yes. Saw 2 is not. Sixth Sense is not. Scream 2 is not. Paranormal Activity is not. And Blair Witch is. So you got
nice.
2.
Yeah, see, it's the inflation just throwing me for a loop, man.
Yeah, I thought some of those Saw sequels, but
It's America. You got to understand, like they don't have
that's
a
true.
lot of the territories.
Sixth Sense was huge too. I mean, it played for a long time too. So.
Mhm.
It did, but again, Jonathan.
I have Friday the 13th remake,
Nope.
Nightmare on Elm Street remake,
No.
Chapter 1.
Yes, it's number 1 of all time at $701 million.
Wow.
Chapter 2.
Is number 4 of all time at $469 million.
The Conjuring.
Is number 9 with $317 million,
That's all.
which is not on the list. You added 3, which gives you a $900, so that brings you to a straight $1,000.
We're still tied, Jonathan.
Corey.
Oh,
The Ring is number 20 on the list. It Chapter 1 is number 1 on the list. Saw is not on the list. Exorcist is on the list. Halloween is on the list. And Conjuring is on the list. You got 5, sir.
Nice.
was that Halloween 2018, Corey?
Yeah.
I could call.
Not last.
Excuse me?
So I'm not last.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah, sorry, Jess.
So that's 1,500
No, you
you're adding.
deserved it. I would have felt bad because you took a lot more risk than I did.
Corey, you're finishing the game at 2,600. Very, very, very respectable. And it's looking like it's probably going to... We'll find out, but it looks like second place looks like a very good chance for you. Jamie, what do you got on your list?
Okay. I got the Blair Witch Project,
Okay.
Friday the 13th,
Unfortunately, no.
Halloween.
I guess we're going to have to take it on faith. Which film called Halloween says there's 3 of them? Who are we talking about?
I was thinking of the first, but
Unfortunately, the original Halloween is not on the list.
okay.
Saw is not on the list. Scream is not on the list. And Nightmare on Elm Street are not on the list. So you got the 1.
Yep.
So you're ending at 1,300, which puts you solidly
In the middle.
4th place. So let's just quickly run down the list so everyone does. I'm not going to do the numbers unless you guys want, but top 25 goes It Chapter 1, I Am Legend, Jaws,
Really?
It Chapter 2, The Exorcist. The next one's going to kill you guys. The Nun,
Oh,
Hannibal, A Quiet Place, The Conjuring, Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, The Conjuring 2, The Enfield Poltergeist, which is his full international title, Annabelle Creation, Resident Evil Afterlife, Annabelle, Halloween 2018, Get Out, The Blair Witch Project, The Ring, Resident Evil Retribution, Alien Covenant, Annabelle Comes Home, Interview with the Vampire, and Bram Stoker's Dracula.
a lot of fucking Resident Evil on that
Why
list.
did those
Plays
Annabelle
so
movies-
well in Asia. It's not funny. And Russia.
It's a lot of shit movies on that list, Lauren.
I was going to say
Really?
there are a lot of
The
movies on
Nun.
that shouldn't be at the top of anything.
The Nun of all things.
Annabelle.
Number 6 of all
Annabelle. I
time.
hate the Annabelle movies. I don't get it.
Well, what's fascinating there is that Annabelle Creation is the best film in the series, and it is also the highest on the list. So at least that we can hang on to that shred of decency. I won't lie to you. The one I think probably most disturbing to be on the list, though, and maybe this is just a Lauren thing. It's like I like the movie, but Hannibal.
Right.
Hannibal is number 7 of all time in the genre.
Ah,
Yeah, but that was such a big deal though when it came out.
It was.
It was,
Everybody-
and I think the film is really misvalued. I like it a lot. It just if you want Silence of the Lambs, you're not getting it. It kind of has the Alien 3 problem, is it's not the film people wanted, and they won't evaluate it on its own. But as a true like Grand Guignol comedy, it's amazing, and that's definitely what Ridley Scott intended with it.
Well, I have to say that I like the movie.
I like it. I do like the novel more because the novel is absolutely pornographic, but
Is it? I haven't read that. Ooh, I need to.
oh my god, yeah. So
That's brutal.
oh,
There you go, Nico.
awesome.
it's not
Super
okay.
average.
Not okay at all. And if you like Clarice, you probably don't like her like by the halfway point of that book.
I actually don't like Clarice all that much. So
I actually, it's funny because I think Thomas Harris with the three books, the three proper Hannibal books, wrote three really dynamic horror thrillers that really deserve to be looked at, not by their adaptations, but for the novels. And that will never happen. I think that's the big shame, is that success has tainted the book franchise, which is unfortunate.
that is unfortunate.
So let's go from the bottom up here. Jess, 800. How you feeling?
I honestly, I feel pretty good about it. I at least know I'm not the worst to ever play Critical Pursuit. I was just happy I could answer more than one question. Thanks.
No problem.
Thank you,
We've
Lauren.
all gotten it. We've all gotten it.
All right. Jamie, how you feeling at 1300?
I had fun. I don't care if I win or lose. I just want to come and have fun.
Okay. That's a good attitude to have in life. And I actually skipped Jonathan. I could just leave this up. Jonathan, $1,000.
First of all, I just want to say the show is rigged. You all saw what happened. We don't know if that man's name was not Stephen. There's no proof in this.
Would that have changed anything in the final analysis? I mean, if we count the votes with all the fraudulent votes, would it change?
Yeah,
Someone get
would.
Dory
It
on the
would.
line.
We don't know. And I mean, and did Jody die or not? I just answer that, Lauren. Can you answer that for me? Did he die?
Well, actually, Jay is more. If you take the sequels into account, Jay actually had a more correct answer. But because we were only taking the first film into account.
Yeah, he told him he died in a car accident. That's all I'm saying. Hashtag Jody died.
Well,
Let's get that
I'm
going.
sorry that you have been let down by either your vocabulary or your specificity of speech.
I'm telling you. Don't you be hitting me with your $5 words.
Someone in the
Specificity.
chat right now, go to
Randomicity.
Twitter and start a hashtag Jody died, please.
Let's get that trending.
Jody
Yes.
died in a
Get the
car.
results of this game show overturned.
All I can say is come to Jersey. I have better security than the Capitol does anyway.
I'm just going to storm up there to save those slips.
Jay, 1900. This is your best performance, I believe.
Jay had
Nice.
$1,000.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same as Jonathan.
Are you?
Yeah, 1,000. I got 3 correct, and I had 100
right.
before. Well,
All
yeah, that's definitely true.
Jacob, thank you.
No one is more disappointed than I am at my performance. Went big, didn't pay off.
It
You
did
were
for a
one
moment.
pathetic loser.
Corey, 2600.
Yeah, I've had a great time. Kind of surprised myself, and I just want to say Hayden would have killed it on that last question. So,
Oh, I think so. I think that is right down his alley.
yeah.
He had to
Bad
work.
movie?
And finally, Dan, 7,800. Final total.
Record. Got to be.
It's got to be 7,000 more than last time. So
Congratulations, sir.
thank you.
Very impressive.
You are a mean competitor.
There you are. Guys, I had a lot of fun tonight. The show isn't really about who wins and loses. I know it feels like it in the short term, but it really is about coming together and, but again, as a community, having a lot of laughs, talking about some movies we love. It's really no different than any other night. We just wrap a game show arbitrarily around it. We don't pick the movies that are the most obscure things, but we don't pick things that are necessarily the flavor of the moment either. If anyone out there feels strongly about any of these 3 movies, I recommend revisiting them after tonight. I don't think there's ever a bad time to watch Scanners or Trick or Treat. I mean, honestly, I could watch them right now before I go to bed tonight, and I would have a good night for the millionth time. Jay, what's your final words to the chat for the evening? Did they support
Sorry.
you properly?
Sorry, guys. Nico's got my back.
Nico always has everyone's bad. But Nico doesn't like Hannibal. So
He didn't say he didn't like it. He said it's super average.
Great series, though, if you haven't watched the series.
I don't watch television. I'm going to do that when I retire. I'm
That's
probably
three.
bluffing about that too. Dan, any final words for the audience?
No, thanks for having me back. I had a blast.
Well, now you're the reigning champion, and you need to go head to head with a previous champion, Mr. Christian Hannah Horror. I think that would be a fascinating night. We might even just do a showdown between the two of you some night. I think that might be fascinating.
Yeah.
Jess, what do you have to say, man?
Just thanks for having me on, Lauren. I always have a good time hanging out with everybody here, and everybody in the chat's real cool and supportive too. So thanks.
Yeah, they're the best. My crew is the best. Corey.
Yeah.
Want to thank you for having me on. It was a fun time, and hope you'll check out Jonathan and I Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, for our second episode of Art Bell Classics on the S'mores and Doors podcast YouTube channel.
Mel's Hole, right?
Mel's Hole. And Jay. I think Jay might be coming around too. So
Absolutely.
Cool. Jamie.
I had fun, and I'm glad that I finally, that I got to come. I wasn't going to come originally, but Hayden couldn't be here, so somebody had to take the spot. So I'm always willing to do such things.
There you go.
So thanks for having me.
And finally, Jonathan.
Robbed. No. Thanks for having me on, Lauren. It's seriously, really, thanks for having me on. It's always a blast. And thanks everybody in the chat for sticking around and having fun with us tonight. Tonight was the best time I've had on this show. Not that the other times weren't great, but this one was really fun.
And I want to encourage everyone out there to check out all the channels you see represented in front of you. Jay has been doing great work for longer than I think knew that YouTube was a thing. Dan has a mini empire built over there in podcast form, and really, I think Flesh Wound is an important part of the community that I think we all need to dip our feet in a little bit more often than I'm guilty as charged, because there's a lot of great material there. Jess, are we going to be hearing more from you soon?
Right now, I'm just popping on your channel, Jay's channel, S'mores and Doors, Hot Pepper Challenge, though I just bowed out at the last round.
It's all right.
But, hopefully
we'll
in
be
the
talking
next
about that in a
month or
second.
two. Okay, yeah, hopefully in the next month or two, I'll maybe have something new going.
Well, when you're ready to launch, you let me know, and we'll get the word out there.
Absolutely.
Thanks, brother.
Jamie, what do we got going on with you?
Well, I did have my very first live from the heart. I had Hayden on. I was supposed to have my friend Ben, but he didn't show up that day, and Hayden was in my
Ben
chat.
is a loser.
I know. I was so mad at him. I haven't talked to him much this week because of it, but it's not a big deal. But Hayden was in the chat and saved my buns, so he made my first show very interesting and fun. So
It's a live streaming savant.
yes, he is. He live streams like all the time. But yeah, so really, just keep watch on my channel for live streams, and pretty soon I'm going to be doing some reviews and video essays. So
Awesome, Jonathan and Corey, the fantastic duo. That didn't work as I planned it. What do you guys have coming up, and how soon will we see you again?
I think our next show will be Saturday night with the Art Bell show. I just want to say, we started this thing last May with really nobody watching, and it's really grown since we started. And, we're trying to do different things that not everybody else is doing, and hopefully it's going well for us. So we appreciate everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been awesome. And
Awesome.
Our next audio podcast back should be with PJ Starks, writer and producer on 13 Slays.
Awesome.
Recent indie release.
So, guys, what are we doing with our lives on the 23rd?
Oh,
Actually, the 30th, January 30th. We are going to eat this. I've got it here.
Uh-oh.
The Trinidad Scorpion.
Uh-oh.
We're going through with it, people.
You
Hot
look like
pepper
you were
challenge.
gonna die on the last one, Lauren. I was.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
very worried
That
about
pepper
you guys.
was that big.
It was not that big, but we might as well have been. It wasn't, the heat was like intense, but that wasn't the problem. It
That
was
was not
the
the
taste.
problem.
The taste was, oh my God, bad. I mean, I think that eating that pepper might be an illegal sex act in some states. It was
Especially
not
the one
pleasant.
you had, dude.
Ugh.
All seriousness about that, though, I appreciate you guys doing that show, and as painful as it can be, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to miss when we're done with it. So,
And yet,
I didn't
we'll
get to
all be
ask you, Lauren.
celebrating.
How were you the next morning? Last
So,
night?
no, I mean, I'm usually pretty good about that side of things, but my stomach was rumbling all night. You know, this just typical hot pepper stuff as far as what you're referring to, but nothing excruciating. The big thing is I had to get the taste out of my mouth, so I was like
Oh my
trying to figure out what I could eat to get that taste gone.
And every time you burp.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it definitely kept rising back.
The whole
up.
next day.
It was pretty. Nah, mine was by the morning. I felt pretty much back to normal, but through the night definitely my stomach was definitely singing a song it hasn't sang in a while.
Did any of you guys throw up?
No.
I gagged a couple times just from the taste. It was not the heat. The heat was whatever.
I
That
thought
taste.
somebody might last week. I thought somebody might for sure, but none of you guys did. I was proud of you.
Well, we still have 2 peppers to go, so you might still get your wish if you have a thing for watching, bald guys vomit.
No, I don't. But
I'm sure there's a website for that.
I don't.
Sure.
But I do think it's funny when people are gagging, and I can't help but laugh at it. It's very, very bad of me, but I cannot help
So
it.
bad.
Well, my dried peppers have come. They're here. I look at them. They look mean. They look very angry. They look like I might have killed their dogs. So this should be interesting.
Oh wow!
If
All
you
right,
guys want
guys.
to do something like this again, you should try hot sauce. Do hot sauce challenge.
That is on the way.
Yeah. The problem there is, of course,
in the
we're so not regional.
Yeah.
Is there anything that would be worse in sauce form though than the actual pepper? I wouldn't think so.
No, I don't.
No.
Think. Well, unless you get like the concentrates, like the little,
Mhm.
that come with the little like eyedropper.
Oh,
I
wanna thank all
that
you-
low.
No. I want to thank all you guys for coming on tonight. And I want to thank everyone out in the chat for watching, and all the people who will watch the recording, whether you're out there working, taking your life in your hands with a mask on your face out in public. I really want to thank everyone. This community is the best community, and I mean that. We'll see you soon.
Exposes herself to an assortment of radiation. Some, such as the solar rays, are heaven sent.